Hi, thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how by improving your website you can get more exposure on Google, outrank your competition, and of course get more customers uh, getting to your website. So first things first, I have your website put on here, and after just quickly browsing around, you definitely need more relevant content. And not just when I say content, not just images and icons. It's more about the wording over here. If you have relevant content, including the keywords that you want to be found for example, plumbers, Yonkers, New York, because I see that you're located in Yonkers, and I believe you're covering this area. That specific keyword should be in your website, and it has to be placed in specific places. Um, so it takes a little bit of research to know how to do that, but it's not just to copy and paste from other places, because if you do that, Google is going to notice when you copy and paste content from other places. They're going to notice, and you're not going to be taken in consideration for start ranking your website. The other thing is if you have images, make sure they're copyright free and they have to be optimized. They need to have the information related to your website or the services that you're providing. So, for example, if I click on this image, doesn't really give me a chance. Let me see here. Not there either. For example, this one. This image should, on the name of the image, should have something relevant on your services or what you do or something related to your business. And if I go there, you see, it only gives me this number. This is the file name. And I can tell that the image is not going to be optimized because right here, this is very basic to do. You should have something like, again, plumbers, junkers, New York, something like that. That way, when somebody's trying to look for it, it's going to give you more power, more. It's going to help you to be found for that specific keyword. And we can have different keywords targeting different uh, sub pages, but the concept of having relevant content applies to the whole website itself. If we look on the back end of your website, you're only being found for 21 keywords, and you have around 258 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that are mentioned in your website, and this will give you power, so you can be found on Google. Think about a popularity contest. The more people you get talking about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're gonna become. The more relevant you're gonna stay, and everybody's gonna know your name eventually. Same thing applies here. So that means that not all links are created equal. So you can have hundreds and hundreds of links, but if they're not powerful, if they're not relevant, and most important, if they're not targeting specific keywords that you need to be found for, this number is going to stay like that. So um, a quick guess is that for this amount of links, this number should be way higher and not just below 1. This in this case 0.6. Anyway, moving forward, let's see the keywords that you are being found for. And again, this is being picked from your website. So if you don't have relevant content with the keywords that you want to be found for, then it's not going to do any good. So this is not relevant, not relevant. This is just your branding name, which is good. But if you want to get more customers, if you're going to get more leads, more potential clients, you should be targeting things like this. For example, plumbers, junkers, New York, 40 searches a month, and you are on the third page. So you can see this that it has been put a little bit of work in it, but there's a lot of factors that involve the content that I was telling you before and the links, the backlinks that are being provided. So those things are very important to understand, because if they're not done properly, you're not gonna see these keep climbing up in the ladder. For example, if we go to Google and type the same keyword, the first thing you're going to notice is this is sponsored by Google. You pay to be there. Then you have your traditional Google ads. This is something, uh, same thing. You have to pay every time somebody clicks on it, and depending on the campaign that you have, if it's not done properly, you can end up wasting a lot of money and not seeing the results that you need. Most people tend to like this better than just organic, but it's just about preferences and see how the market is responding into that. Then we got the map section, and regardless of your location, you definitely want to be here. But most likely, if you're not ranking in organic results, you're not going to be ranking in here most of the time. So if you have a profile, it needs to be optimized. It needs to have relevant content as well. And I know I keep saying this, but content is very, very important. Then moving on, we have the organic results. So we got Yelp on number one. Then we have Angie, this another directory number two. Home Advisor number three, another directory here number four. And I've seen this company a lot, Roto Router, and they seem to be very big when it comes to marketing because let's see what they're doing so I can show you why they're ranking there in the first page. But before I move on, just to give you a heads up, 67% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top three in the map section and probably the top three over here. That means that they don't scroll down all the way to the end of the page, not even go to the second or third page. So you are missing a lot of opportunities here, a lot of potential traffic that you can have into your website and trying to convert those visits into customers. So let's see what these guys are doing that are ranking number five. Let's see, one, two, three, four, yeah, five. You can see here that they have a schedule online, they have a telephone number with a link, a call to action, another schedule online. They keep putting this in front of you so they can catch your attention, so you can call them right away. Uh, they have rated on Google 4.9, and this is something that I was telling you. This goes hand in hand with the map section. You can see that they're ranking number one, and they seem to be everywhere. But that doesn't mean that you can compete with them, because if we analyze this really quick, even though they seem to have decent amount of content, when it comes to words, if you double or triple what they have with relevant content, you can definitely start competing with these guys. Let's see if the images are optimized. Content, not really, so that can also play in your favor. And we can see that they have a dedicated page for this specific area. That's also something that it comes to how you wanna target these campaigns. Let's take a look and see the back end of their website. You can see they're being found only on that specific page. They're being found for 23 keywords, and they have over 3,000 backlinks. You can see that they're very solid when it comes to the rating. So that means that they've been putting a lot of work into them. But again, doesn't mean that you won't be able to compete with them. Let's take a look and see the keywords that they have. And right here, plumbers, Yonkers, New York, 40 searches a month. And because they're ranking number five, they're getting 3 visits every month just for this keyword. And once again, you can target many keywords that you want, depending on the volume and the difficulty that is to work with them. You can definitely have a solid plan and start ranking in those Google searches, especially on the first page. Um, that being said, I don't want to take too much of your time. So really quick to recap, even though the website seems to have a nice design, what really matters is the content and how is that placed into your website. And again, if you want to compete with these guys on the first page, if you're going to be running backlinks, make sure they have to be quality over quantity, because you need really good backlinks and not just numbers and hundreds of links that are not doing any good to your website. Um, Once again, my name is Alex. I hope you find this information useful. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Our information will be attached to the email, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.